If you look at what the president is proposing, to perhaps douse the political tension in the party about appointments. He did say he will make appointments. Last year I said we will reconstitute the board of parastatals. I must regret the fact that we have not done so for many reasons. So some of us in the meeting may know I had given instructions since October 2015 for this exercise to start. So he did say that by the same token, the compressed Federal Executive Council will be expanded to bring in more supporters at federal level, with fresh ideas to be injected into the government. So when we are looking at possible appointments into the cabinet, perhaps as ministers, in the frame of the Nigerian law and based on the law about federal character, that each state of the federation should have at least one minister represented in the federal cabinet. How possible or how realistic is the statement of the president on further appointments?
Well, it is realistic in the sense that once you meet the minimum criteria of having one minister per state, you can go the extra length to appoint other ministers for exigencies. But the most important point is it's not about whether you appoint a given number. It's whether you are headhunting correctly. Are you appointing the right set of people into office? Can you work within your vision and mission and get the right set of people to accomplish this mission and vision? For example, my brother talked about security. It's a big problem. The fundamental function of every government is to protect lives and property. Once you fail in that area, nothing else to me really matters. We know what's going on in the country today. So you are dealing with Boko Haram. We are very happy. But can you deal with guaranteeing the lives and property of Nigerian citizens so that they can pursue happiness wherever they are within this country? This is a key issue for the government to address, and that's a big election question for 2019. Beyond that, the president is entitled to please his party men. That's the right decision. It's a good policy. My only problem with the policies of the president is that the incubation period is so long. For example, you planned from 2015 to appoint people into key office. By 2017, you are still giving excuses. And this is exactly what is happening in other policies across the length and breadth of the policy sphere of this government. And that needs to change if the president intends to show that he means business about changing things in this country.
A very quick question, and I want a very straight answer, Mr. Idausa. These activities of the president, you think they are too late?
Well, you know, in Nigeria, they say anything happens, but I can tell you that it's no longer so. They are fairly late. He will need some accelerated efforts and energetic drive to be able to persuade people that that confidence can be restored.
Kauri, if you look at what is happening on the ground, a lot of criticism on this government before now, if he's talking about rejigging, some people have asked for the reshuffling of the cabinet. What's your take?
It's actually shocking. You know, when I heard the president was going to expand his cabinet, I was going to ask myself, when is he going to actually review the performance of the ministers that we have now, members of the Federal Executive Council? Are Nigerians really satisfied with all the ministers? Can you even name some of them? Can you even monitor some of their activities that needs to be put in place? Look, let's take one particular ministry. I'm not saying the minister has performed badly. Look at the case of housing into one individual. Obviously, it has shown that the capacity of an individual to combine three ministries is deficient. So it needs to look at that. Also, this issue of bringing in people on board, you need to actually look for competent Nigerians, irrespective of where they are, to actually come on a rescue mission. And it needs to be accelerated. It needs to, this last year, politics is perception. If Nigerians get a perception that there is a momentum up until 2019, and especially that President Buhari has got a trust positive amongst a lot of Nigerians, that is why even when the president seems to be doing badly, people blame cabals. They make excuses for him. He has an advantage there. Now, he only just needs to back it up with some action, and and it will be very difficult to beat him in 2019 if he chooses to run
as we're
for
coasting
election.
home right now,
That the issue of
let me quickly put this to you. You tweeted when the president sacked some of his the former SGF and the former DG of the NIA. Your tweet, you said, "Say Buhari, some of these actions and the people within the corridors of power going forward." What do you think the president should be looking at, basically, because of that man on the street that they will be campaigning to and asking for their vote, as especially one man in the crowd in that meeting was talking about 2019, but it doesn't look like it's the main agenda on the table to give the president a return on the ticket of the party.
Yeah. Well, that tweet was actually to give credit to the president that finally this man has woken up. You know, I've been bashing the activities of the presidency in terms of the inactions in communicating to Nigerians, delivering services to Nigerians, and I just felt for the well, he took action on the reports of the vice president on corruption, which is one of the key issues why some people, including myself, supported him. Say, oh, he's awake, say Buhari, and hopefully he would continue this new revived Buhari. We hope would continue in the interest of Nigerians, and he would not relapse and just go and feel comfortable riding on the presidential jets and enjoying the villa. Lots of actions need to be done, and it's like I keep saying. It is important that Nigerians are critical of this government, but constructive criticism to assist the government. And in areas where they have done well, we give them a pat on the back. But let me say...
we need to close now. Let me allow Dr. Idahosa to give us his closing statement just in about 30 seconds. A lot of people are aggrieved in the APC, no doubt. That is glaring. Going forward, do you see this party? They say it's a party of strange bedfellows, but it's a party that brought this government into power. Dr. Idahosa, what do you see for the future for this party, say in the next coming election?
Well, they have a couple of experienced leaders in a place. In spite of the different shades, they will navigate their way into one entity. I expect that, and it will not all be very rosy, but ultimately they will deliver a platform that will be potent enough to achieve the aim of a political party.
Dr. Wesley, that was a former member of the House of Representatives, a friend of the House, Kayode Ogunamisi as well, a friend of the House. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for your thoughts tonight. And that's our show, everyone. Many thanks for being part of it. I'm Sean Kimale. Bye for now.